What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We've just hit 20k subscribers, so thank you all so much. Let's get to 30. Check out all the links in the description. Thousands of dollars of free crypto down there, along with signals, COINCALLS, TA, alpha and memes in our private Discord, accessed by signing up to our Patreon. You can also sign up to our brand new Udemy course for serious investors, where we've just released our Basics of Technical Analysis course. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. So we're just taking a look at VeChain today, and as you can see, looking like we are still holding on at this critical support down at around that 5 cent level that we have outlined for a long time. We did say for a long time that, if VeChain was basically, until VeChain broke this level clearly, retested it and rolled over, that we probably, we're just looking at ranging here between these two levels for VeChain here. You can see the all-time high at 28 cents and this level down here at 5 cents. I mean, this is looking like a great entry point for VeChain for the long term. At the minute, isn't it, when you consider that, it's a 5.5, 6x back to the all-time high from the current price, just to get back to the all-time high. And then obviously, if you believe in VeChain for the long term, considering its really great fundamentals, then as we've said multiple times in the past, we could be looking at VeChain heading up in a big way in the long term, back up towards some really great price points. We've always said 50 cents to $1 would be, the kind of place we'd settle for a price prediction for the long term for VeChain. For the bull market, obviously things haven't gone exactly to plan. In the bull market, we've obviously seen quite a lot of bearishness for Bitcoin. And VeChain itself has been, absolutely smashed in the market in comparison. It's obviously down at very oversold levels right now on the daily time frame. You can see here, the last time we were this oversold was down when we had the, the March 2020 crash based on that Black Swan event of the pandemic that we are still seeing in the world. And you can see, quite clearly, VeChain right now is looking very similar to that, to what happened in that instance, that massive, instantaneous capitulation sell-off and that slow recovery. And we're looking fairly similar here. We've come down with that instantaneous sell-off, massive overextension, and hopefully over the next, few weeks, the market can finally see some relief, because Bitcoin's very oversold as well. In our opinion, these assets can't go on like this forever, and they will have a bounce at some point. And obviously VeChain, it's been getting smashed recently, hasn't it? It's been getting absolutely, blown out of the water capitulation-wise. You can see technically here we are making lower lows and lower highs from this point here. So we are in a confirmed downtrend right now, unless of course we can come up like this and, break this downtrend by making a higher high in this area here and coming up at least to that 0.78 level at that 19 cent level. But until that happens, technically for VeChain, we are in a downtrend here. And obviously if we lose this level, we could be coming down, reasonably down towards maybe that 4 cent level at the least, maybe down to 3.5, 3 cents if we did lose this level for one last push to the downside for Bitcoin. Bitcoin, there's been a lot of political unrest, a lot of economic uncertainty, but there have been some positive pieces of news for recently for Bitcoin. For example, the rates are not being, my goodness, I can't think of what I was going to say. Interest rates aren't being raised, which is obviously very bullish in the US market. The stock market has been dragging Bitcoin down for a long while, with, concerns about inflation and in the interest rates being hiked up. And generally, tapering of the money printing that the Fed has been doing over the past few years to, prop up the economy. So obviously there are concerns about that, which is leading to the stock market selling off, which is leading to Bitcoin selling off. And obviously you can see VeChain being affected as a result as well. Obviously you can never predict these kinds of black swan events. Obviously inflation's been coming for a while, but we don't think that it's going to have an effect on the market long term. Obviously the market just reacting most likely to the stock market getting smashed down, and we could see for VeChain that it is getting smashed down as well. Potentially, some people have been looking at this, we could be forming some kind of descending wedge like this, that we have seen previously for VeChain as well. Maybe something like this. I mean, if we said it was the bottom of the looking down towards those wicks, if you're looking at candles, maybe looking at something like this. Obviously, we had this big descending wedge before, didn't we? We come down, up, down, we get the breakout, the back test, and then finally the reversal off the bottom. But we started rolling over again here, haven't we? And we're kind of potentially forming that kind of descending wedge now. We come down, we come back up, we form the top of the wedge, we come down to the halfway point, we get the bounce, we come down to the bottom of the wedge, and now you probably expect at least to get a bounce up towards these levels here at 5.5, 6 cents if that was the case. We're personally not really seeing that much evidence for a descending wedge right now. It's looking like we basically, we've had that descending channel like this, we had the consolidation, and now we've had that full capitulation, and now we are accumulating at the bottom of that, aren't we? You can see on the RSI as well. We've been stuck under this resistance, going down and down and down, and now we're very, very oversold. You'd expect at least coming back up to retest that resistance again at around that 38 level on the RSI, which would probably see us having a bit of relief back up towards our EMAs here. You can just see how ridiculously smashed down VeChain is right now. And, sooner or later, in our opinion, we are going to see a bounce. Obviously, for the long term, we're not worried whatsoever. We do think VeChain a quality project. In the short term, however, we could see more downside if the market does continue to roll. So if we just take a quick look at the hourly time frame here, before we do short-term price predictions, we just do want to direct everyone's attention to the free Discord in the description. You can go and sign up. It takes like 10 seconds. We're posting so much content in there. It's unbelievable. I think we've got over 1,000 members now, which is absolutely crazy in the Discord. So please, please, please go check it out. You'll get a ton of content and a ton of value in there, totally for free. Just go down, find the free Discord link, sign up. It takes like 10 seconds. You'll get put in the waiting room, and then after around half an hour, we'll approve you. You can get access to all the daily content. We've got daily updates on the market, daily crypto news, daily technical analysis on cryptos. We've also got a really great passive income community. We've got a really great NFT community as well. We're growing things all the time. Things looking really, really nice in there indeed. We've got so much value out of the community recently, not just for us providing content to them, but them also telling us about new projects. And we've actually found, some potential 50x, 100x opportunities in the chat of the free chat that people have been talking about. So really, really great to see. And if you want to get an extra edge on the market, you can sign up to the Patreon, which is also in the description. It will give you access to the private part of the Discord, where we're posting daily alpha and daily signals for Bitcoin, so you can potentially get some, trading opportunities and edge on the market. We're also posting our personal moves, and we've got a ton of content in there. So if you are interested, head over to the Patreon and become a crypto maximalist today. So basically, short-term price predictions then, as we've seen for a lot of cryptos, a potential inverse head and shoulders here like this, where we could see, if this neckline is broken, heading back up at least towards that 10-cent level for that relief for VeChain, coming back up, at least testing that previous supporter's resistance. If we roll to the downside, we're probably going to be coming back down towards that 5-cent level. And obviously a capitulation in the market, we could see 4.5 cents, maybe even down to 4 cents for that one last push to the downside. But you can see the bullish divergences here are massive. And then obviously, as we said, to the upside, that inverse head and shoulders could play out, heading up towards that 7 cent support at the very least. And as we said earlier, we do think VeChain is a quality project for the long term. Obviously the short term, very difficult to know what's going to happen, as anything could happen in terms of news and the wider market for VeChain. But we do think long term it is going to get that pickup it deserves, heading up towards that 50 cent to $1 area. So that's it, guys. We'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with the 4 videos we post every single day. Make sure to join the Patreon or YouTube membership to support us, as well as getting a ton of benefits. Crypto Maximalists will get access to daily signals, coin calls, alpha on new projects, 10x potential cryptos, and insight into our own personal moves, while Maximalist Gold takes you beyond, giving you a look at our personal portfolio, super low cap gems, and a 100x potential portfolio, and constant access to us personally as a resource. We're constantly in the Discord posting daily and chatting to members, and we'll be hosting giveaways soon, so come join the community rich in value and content. If you're serious about your education, you can also sign up to our newly launched Udemy course, which comes as standard with the Basics of Technical Analysis 10-part course which details an overview of everything we do on this channel regarding chart theory, with examples and demonstrations. We'll also be adding multiple times a week to 2 other courses on our Udemy, which will be the Market Psychology and Strategies and Crypto Deep Dives and Ratings courses. These will be constantly updated into the future to provide value to the most dedicated of the community to knowledge and learning. We get continuous questions regarding technical analysis, particular cryptocurrencies, and for advice in